to my personal growth journey, and it feels sad in a way to let it go. And just because I've outgrown them doesn't make them any less important. Also, my mom said do not let this cook all the way through. It still has to.
Hello everyone. My name is my husband. My name is...
It's hot. Oh my gosh. Do we just scream out the word?
We just scream out the name.
It's the Christmas movie.
The Holy Friend! Hello magical friends, welcome back to day 2 of Vlogmas. I feel like I haven't done an introduction in quite a while, so if you are new here, hello, my name is Kim. I am an artist, I am a witch, and I love sharing videos here on this space that feel cozy, that feel safe, and that hopefully inspires you to live a magical life and create magic out of the mundane. I want to say thank you so much for all the love and the encouragement and the excitement around me doing Vlogmas. I cannot express how much just everyone's love and joy and taking the time to comment brings me so much joy and excitement, and also drives me to create videos. I love creating videos because to me it's an outlet to just share my creativity and share all the things that bring me happiness, crafts, books, witchcraft, spirituality, personal growth reflections, all the things that make me me. This space allows me to share all of that. So I just want to say thank you so much. I have some cozy plans for us today, friends. I'm going to take you guys along to go run some errands today. We are going to be taking a trip to Barnes & Noble's. I actually have a book that I was gifted and I already have that book. So I'm going to go and exchange it. I did get a gift receipt for it, and I'm actually looking for either a holiday inspired puzzle. I realized that I don't have a holiday inspired puzzle. I have very spring and summer themed puzzles, and it's been a while since I've done a puzzle and I've been really craving it this time of the year. So I'm gonna look for a puzzle. If I can't find a puzzle, then we'll see, maybe a book. I don't know, it's been a while since I've gone to Barnes & Noble's and purchased a brand new book. Lately, all I've done has been listening to audiobooks, and that's been going well. I also want to make a recipe today. Usually during this time of the year, my mom makes arroz con leche, which is kind of like the Mexican style of rice pudding, and she always makes it during this time of the year. It's a very warm and cozy and very delicious sweet treat. So I'm thinking of doing that. I've never made it personally. My mom makes it, and that's what I enjoy the most, is her recipe. But I am thinking of giving it a try and making it myself. I called her yesterday and she gave me the recipe. So I'm gonna go and also buy some ingredients that I need for it so I can make that later on. But first I wanna talk about, friends, I wanna talk about the full moon in Gemini. So this video is going up on the day of the full moon in Gemini, December 4th, and I'm filming this on December 3rd. But I am already feeling the drastic change that this full moon in Gemini is bringing. This is the last full moon of 2025. As a girl that loves to connect to her magic and work her magic, I love learning about astrology, though I am not well versed, nor am I an astrologist or know much about anything, but I do love learning from some of the astrologists that I follow. And I recently came across this new creator who shares information about astrology and the signs, and I particularly came across on TikTok one of their videos where they are talking about the last full moon of 2025, which is the full moon in Gemini, which is on December 4th, the day that this video is going up. And everything that they had to say about this particular full moon in Gemini just resonates so deeply to the core, and it actually just confirmed so many of my feelings of how I've been feeling lately. Let me just read to you guys some of the highlights that I took away from this particular video. These are direct quotes from this creator, which if you guys have a TikTok, that's where I found them. So some of the highlights that has to do with this full moon in Gemini are: we are not burnt out because we are tired. We are burnt out because we lack inspiration. That one hit me. Doing less is not going to cut it anymore. I actually feel very called out by this one. As someone who tends to overwork herself, I really have been doing less for the sake of protecting my energy, but I feel like I took it a little too overboard. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really find that balance of let me do less to protect my energy, but also how do I also still hold myself accountable? So this one in particular, I really felt called out by this one. Another thing that she said was we need to stay curious. We need to pivot. The change is not the problem. It's the direction you are headed in. And if you're feeling uncomfortable, that is because you are resisting. Just because you made a decision does not mean you need to stick to it. Oh my gosh. Does this one call me out as well? As someone who started sharing her life and her creativity, I'm an illustrator, I'm a writer. So a lot of the things that I did when I first started sharing my work online, I feel like no longer resonate, and I've been scared to make certain changes in my life because these have been decisions or things I've been doing that have been with me since I started sharing my work. So this one, oh my gosh, I really resonate with this one. Give yourself to the unknown and do something differently. Taking part in small rebellious acts is going to get you closer to where you are meant to be. Fill your mind with creativity, take a class, learn a new skill. Do small things that will create movement for you today. I will link that particular video that I found of hers that really just hit me down below if you guys want to check the whole thing out. It's a couple of minutes long, but I really think it's worth the watch, especially if you're someone who likes to follow astrology, which this is something I'm actually coming back to. I used to really be fond of astrology and I kind of lost my way. And for the last couple of months, I've really taken up an interest again on it. And I'm hoping to carry that curiosity into 2026. But like I mentioned, there has been so many things that have been coming up for me lately that I feel are calling for a change. Things that don't particularly resonate. And also her entire statement really clarified so much of how I've been feeling as far as new things that I've been taking up an interest in, feeling the need to make a change, noticing things that are just not working anymore and that I've grown out of. And I feel like a part of me didn't want to let go of those things because they've just meant so much to me, to my creative journey, to my personal growth journey, and it feels sad in a way to let it go. But I'm coming to the conclusion that those particular things in my life really meant to be with me at the time in my life where they were introduced. And just because I've outgrown them doesn't make them any less important. These have been very significant things in my life that have allowed me to express myself, to grow as a person, to find myself, to heal. And I'm at a point in my life where I've done all those things and they have served me so much. And I am full of curiosity to see what is next in my creative journey as a small business owner, as an artist, as a creator. So needless to say, there are some changes that are definitely coming, some that I've been thinking about for a while now. And I'm excited and scared to make those changes, but more excited than scared. I am really welcoming optimism. I want to be curious. I've been feeling curious, and I'm excited to see where this curiosity takes me in my personal life, in my business. I am planning on getting some journaling done. I have my journal here. I'm going to do a little bit of oracle pulling this morning. I have my Green Witches Oracle deck, and then we're going to head out, run some errands, come back, and have a cozy day in. quick highlight from my journaling session right now that I want to share in case it resonates with anyone out there. This came up as I was finalizing my journal entry. I realized I don't need to hold on to things to make them meaningful. I can appreciate the time those things were with me while also acknowledge they no longer serve the person I am today. And I really think that encompasses where I'm heading in this next season in my life. And I say season because the summer card came up as I was shuffling my oracle deck. And as we're heading into winter, opposite of winter for me is summer. And it really kind of gives me that optimism I was talking about staying hopeful that even though things are going to feel uncomfortable as I'm making those changes, there is expansion and growth that is going to be happening, that what is considered a dark season, the winter season, it's going to push us through see the light in the summer season, the sun in the summer season. And it's making me excited. And I think that's the most important part. Outside of the scaries and feeling a little bit of anxiousness about the unknown, I think we just need to tap into the unknown and invite more of the unknown. Stay present with the unknown, be active with the unknown. And that will lead us to expansion and growth. Whew. That was a good journaling session and oracle session. Now let's go do some Yule Christmas inspired stuff. Let's go to Barnes & Noble's, see what holiday inspired puzzle I can hopefully find, run a couple errands while I'm out and about, and then we're gonna come back, get cozy, and see what else we get into. back at home, friends, and it is getting dark already. It's like 4. What time is it? It's like 4:30. Yeah, 4:34. But I wanted to do a quick little haul before I get to making my arroz con leche and get to cooking and settling down. I want to give you guys a quick little haul of the things that I found at Goodwill and of course at Barnes & Noble. So I ended up exchanging the book that I was gifted, which I already had, for 2 items that I found. I did end up finding a puzzle. I was looking for a holiday themed puzzle and I really loved this one right here. I am not a fan of 1,000 piece puzzles. I get a little bit of anxiety doing 1,000 piece puzzles. This one is 500 pieces and I love the illustration. I love the colors. It's just a very warm and just feel good illustration. I also ended up finding a book. I have been in the biggest reading slump of my life. I feel like this whole year I was in a pretty big reading slump. And I haven't really had the taste for reading as much as I have before. And I think it's because there's just been a lot going on behind the scenes and reading at the moment just feels like a lot of pressure. And I've been slowly getting back into it. I haven't been super in a reading slump the last couple of weeks, but I still don't find myself going to go pick up a book as often as I used to. One of my favorite ways that I love sort of getting out of a reading slump, especially if I'm feeling the energy for reading again, but I don't know what to read and I don't want to overwhelm myself with a story or just a book in general, I always love going for graphic novels. It's been a while since I've actually picked up a graphic novel. As an illustrator, I appreciate and love graphic novels. I've said that a million times here on my page, but I ended up finding a graphic novel that I had not yet came across and I thought it was very interesting. I found An Outbreak of Witchcraft, a graphic novel of the Salem witch trials written by Deborah Noyes, illustrated by M. Duffy. I mean, if you guys know me, you guys know that I, of course, love witchcraft. I love the history of witchcraft. I find so much resilience and comfort, and I feel very rooted in my own magic when I'm learning about witchcraft. I love reading witchy books year round. I don't just read witchy books during the fall spooky season. So for me, this is something that I would absolutely read right now during the wintering months. I just feel like graphic novels are those types of books that really feel like low stakes, no pressure, because you're just following along the bubbles. Plus you get these amazing illustrations that you get to just look at. And for me, it just does something to my brain that it just feels so good. Then I unexpectedly ended up going to Goodwill. It wasn't on my plan today, but because I had traveled quite a bit to go to Barnes & Noble, there was a Goodwill around the corner and I've only gone there once before since I moved to this area. I did find some goodies, you guys. I was initially looking for, oh my gosh, that was really close. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was initially looking for DIY gifts that I'm planning on giving to loved ones this year. By the way, if you are related to me, if you are my sister, if your name is Daniela and you are my sister, if your name is Alejandra and you are my sister, do not watch this next part. Skip over. Okay, now that my sisters are gone because I know they watch my videos. I was looking for DIY gifts to do for this holiday season for family members, and I have some ideas. I wanted to make some DIY candles. I really loved the candles that I made during the fall season. If you watched that video, I made 2 candles with bowls that I had found at the thrift store, and they came out so nice. So I want to do the same thing again, thrift bowls or something interesting to gift to loved ones. And I found a couple things to potentially do the candles. First, I found this little bowl. I love it so much because it reminds me of a molcajete. Is what they call it in Spanish. Pretty much like a mortar and pestle, a molcajete. And it's made out of like stone. This is made out of glass, but it reminds me of the molcajete that I grew up seeing in my household because it has the 3 little leggies. It just reminds me of one. I think this would be really nice to make a little candle on here. A holiday themed candle gifted to someone. Don't know who that person will be for this one in particular, but I also found these other two that I feel would be so cute to gift to my sisters. They're teapots, you guys. They're little teapots. Okay, so I've never made candles inside of a teapot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that actually. I would love to try to make a candle inside of this little teapot, but I figured I would try at least one and see how it goes. I mean, I feel like I could do it. Oh, but then I don't want this to get, you know how the little holes right there where the water comes out of or the tea comes out of. I wouldn't want that to get covered or plugged or I don't know, wax to get stuck in there. I don't know, I'll see what I do. If I cannot make candles or I choose not to make candles with these teapots, then I'll just end up doing like a little tea set and gift it to my sisters. Maybe making some sort of herbal concoction tea bags for them and then giving them these little a teapot each and doing just something cozy like that, something herbally related. I think that would be cute if I don't end up going with my initial idea. So I only found those 3 items for DIY gifts for family members, and then I ended up finding some fabric. I'm always looking through the blanket section, the sheet section at thrift stores because I love thrifting fabric so I can make my little DIY crafts. And I ended up finding some quilted fabric. It's always a plus when I find quilted fabric because it's already quilted, and when I want to make quilted stuff, I skip a step right there and then. I don't have to quilt anything because it's already quilted. I ended up finding this big piece of quilt fabric. It's just like one long piece of quilt fabric, and I really loved this print. I thought it was so cute. And then the back is just this little floral pattern. Very cute. I want to make some stockings for me and my husband and my pups. So I've been looking for just fabric to use. So I think I could use some pieces for that. And then you guys, I ended up finding this quilted tapestry, which I am so excited about. You guys, look how precious this is. As you guys know, I am on a quilt binge right now. I want to quilt everything and do a whole bunch of quilty DIYs. So beautiful. And then the back is this floral pattern. And it also has a little pocket here so I can put a wall hanging stick to hang it on my wall. But I can already picture this. This is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited to see where I end up putting that on. And that is what I got, you guys, as I was out running some errands. And now I think I'm going to go and start making the arroz con leche and then get some dinner started. And then we'll just wind down for the rest of the afternoon. Time to put on the apron. Once the apron goes on, we mean business. Okay, so my mom said to boil water with cinnamon in it, and then we add our rice once the water is boiling. Just gonna add a couple of cinnamon sticks in here. And then we're going to do 1 cup of rice. So it's supposed to be 1 cup of rice and 7 cups of water that is boiling right now. Oop. Oh. Then we're gonna wash it. Now that this is boiling, we can add the rice. And we're going to let this cook on medium temperature for about 15 minutes or so. Also, my mom said do not let this cook all the way through. It still has to be not fully cooked by the time we drain the water out and then we add the other things. So, gotta keep an eye on this. As that is cooking, I'm going to get started on dinner. I think I'm going to make some chicken fajitas. I have a lot of vegetables that need to get used up. And when that happens, I either make a soup or I make some sort of fajita dish. It's just easier for me because I'm just chopping vegetables, sauteing them. It's just easy to use up some of that, some of that produce that is soon going to go bad. Okay, I think this is done because the rice was starting to soften, and I don't want it to get too soft because it still needs to get cooked with the milks, the evaporated milk, and the condensed milk. So I'm going to take the water out from this so we can start cooking it with the milks. Okay, now that the water is strained, I'm going to start adding my milks. I'm going to do 1 cup of milk. I'm doing almond milk because I don't drink whole milk, even though the recipe calls for whole milk. So we'll see how that goes. 12 ounce of an evaporated milk, which this is the one that I found. 1 whole thing of evaporated milk. Oh, I'm scared to add all of it. Let's do half and go from there. And then it's supposed to be 1 whole thing of condensed milk. It's supposed to be 12 ounces of condensed milk, but I think that is just way too much for me. I don't want this to be super sweet. So I am just going to put them on here and kind of taste as this is getting cooked. We're gonna start off with 1/4 cup of condensed milk. And even that, I think it's too much. I'm not even gonna fill all of it up, just halfway. Okay, you guys, this is how it's looking. My mom said that she usually adds coconut flakes at this point. And I do have some. So I'm gonna add a few coconut flakes so it can get cooked in there as a topping. You can also add walnuts as well as raisins. I am going to add a little bit of more cinnamon powder and some nutmeg. Oh, you guys, even the smell that is just filling the air right now just feels so cozy. It reminds me of home. This is something my mom always made me and my siblings growing up during this time of the year to keep us warm. This is how this is looking so far, you guys. It's been a few minutes already that it's been cooking. I did end up adding the rest of the evaporated milk, and I did add more of the condensed milk, just a little bit more, and then I tasted it just to make sure it was actually getting a little bit sweeter. And now I want to taste it because I think it's done, and make sure that it doesn't taste bad. Okay, moment of truth. Hopefully I didn't mess this up. It's hot. Oh my gosh. It's hot, but it's good. It's really good, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It almost tastes just like my mom's. That's because my mom, I think, adds all of the condensed milk, and I didn't want to do that because that would be too sweet. It's good. It's so good. I think when I actually serve myself a little bowl of this, I'm going to add walnuts to mine. I can't wait, but I can't have this until after dinner. So I'm gonna finish making dinner and then we'll settle down with a bowl of arroz con leche. So yummy. Dobby, you watching your brother eat? You!
Hello, good people.
I don't think you've ever introduced yourself to the channel.
Hello, everyone. My name is my husband. My name is my husband. Kidding. My name is Brandon.
right, give us 3 fun facts about you.
3 fun facts. Wow, you're really gonna put that kind of
Yes, I am.
fun facts?
Okay, 3 cool things.
3 cool things.
Three things. Just give us 3 things that define your personality.
I Google everything.
Okay, yes, I can attest to that.
Literally everything that comes to my mind, I Google it. I'm obsessed with sports stats.
Oh gosh, yes he is.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's kind of boring.
Yeah, it is.
And also,
I'm kidding.
I'm a really big movie buff in general. Horror, that's like my main category there. And also, just like my wife, you know.
Excuse me, why are you doing this? We are married.
I know, because you'd be like, my husband, you know, I'm just like placeholder for a name. But,
what? Oh.
But anywho.
Okay, I'm gonna start calling you Brandon, that way folks know.
In any event.
That you have a name.
I have a name. And it's
not just a title.
It's just not a title, yeah. But yeah, I'm a movie buff. I love movies.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I'll tell you.
Let the folks get to know you.
I'll tell you what my very favorite horror movie is right now during this time of the year.
Okay.
Krampus.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Krampus.
Yeah. I just really don't have one. Or like Black Christmas, the 2006 version.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job. We just finished eating dinner and it's about that time of the day where we do our little activity that we are doing every day for all of December. Today is the day that I'm filming this, and I just realized that every day that I'm filming is the day that we're going to be doing one of Brendan's activities, and I'm never going to be able to show one of my activities because of how my filming schedule is going to be. So I think I'm going to switch it up here and there in the future for future Vlogmas videos for this year. But yesterday, the day I didn't film, we did one of my activities and we did a Christmas Yule word search race. It was actually so much fun. I found these free downloadable word search puzzles online, and me and Brandon, we did the word search puzzle race. We did it for 15 minutes and we raced to see how many words we can find with 15 minutes, and we almost tied, but guess who won? That's right, I did. I found 22 words and he found 21, so he was pretty close. But now we're going to do another activity poll from our advent calendar. I'm excited to see, since he's the one that came up with it.
Sure did.
Dun dun dun! Christmas movie scene trivia!
Woo!
Okay, I love doing this one, even though I'm probably gonna lose.
We haven't done this one yet.
Yeah, and you always choose this one because you
This is a different one.
Okay,
This one's new. This one's new.
You always do these because you know you're like the movie buff dude, and you always win these. That's not fair.
Okay.
Here it is. Oh, I'm so excited to dig into this. I just ended up adding some walnuts, a little bit more of cinnamon powder as a topping, and it just looks so yummy. I'm going to enjoy my arroz con leche and play our activity. He doesn't like it.
Tastes like something you eat during this time of the year.
It is. My mom would always make it during this time of the year.
Because it's not so sweet, I'll give this an 8.5. Something that I could probably eat like a little bit of in like increments, like very, very small amounts.
He doesn't like sweets.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, not at all.
Do we just scream out the word?
We just scream out the name of the movie. Or we both get them right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't get a point.
Okay.
But the title
is the Christmas movie By the Sea. And have a Merry Christmas.
Did I get the title? Home Alone 2. Lost in New York.
Oh, wow, yeah. Snowman!
Snowman.
Jack Snowman! Jack the Snowman!
Oh! Yeah, you got it right though.
The Polar Express! I'm winning by 1, you guys. This is getting intense.
Are we going to learn something today?
What is this? I don't know what this is.
No,
We have reached the end of the vlog. I am getting ready for bed. I already washed my face and I'm going to get into my pajamas soon. But I just wanted to film a quick outro. Just thank you guys for joining me for another vlog for Vlogmas 2. It's been such a joy creating these vlogs. I know I'm only on number 2. Honestly, it's just been so much fun taking you guys along. It feels like I'm hanging out with a friend. And I love that. And I just realized I got a water stain right here from washing my face. I gotta get into my pajamas soon. But I just want to say thank you for being here, for watching. Your support really means everything. I am able to make these videos because you guys watch them, you guys comment, you guys like my videos, and it's really encouraging for a creator because all of that makes this ethical and sustainable for me as a creator. So thank you so much. I really hope that you have a magical last full moon of the year. This last full moon is really stirring up a lot for me in a good way. So to end our Vlogmas Day 2, I want to share another poem. And this one is by one of my favorite poets. And that is by Nikita Gill. And this one is titled The Forest. One day when you wake up, you will find that you've become a forest. You've grown roots and found strength in them that no one thought you had. You have become stronger and more beautiful, full of life-giving qualities. You have learned to take all the negativity around you and turn it into oxygen for easy breathing. A host of wild creatures live inside you, and you call them stories. A variety of beautiful birds nest inside your mind, and you call them memories. You have become an incredible self-sustaining thing of epic proportions, and you should be so proud of yourself, of how far you have come from the seeds of who you used to be. I hope that wherever you are, you give yourself some compassion, some love, and know that you are very, very loved. I will see you for Vlogmas Day 3. Take care and bye for now, friends.